Today we can, or I can say that we have completed the theory of quadratic equations. We have looked at the general form of the quadratic equation. We have seen how we can solve the quadratic equation in three different ways: the factorization method, completing the square method, and discriminant method. We have understood what roots are, how we can find the sum and products of the roots, but just by looking at the equation, and how we can form the equation if we have the sum and the product of the roots. And in the last class, we were applying all that knowledge to solve word problems. I hope you remember the 6 steps that we had. So to begin from where we left in the last class, let us try solve this question together, which is on your screen, question number 10 of practice set 2.6. Question number 10 of practice set 2.6. I have picked up this question because this is also a question which is called activity-based question, which is in the fill in the blanks form. Because it is in the fill in the blanks form, it becomes easier, much easier. But this question, this particular question, although it is in Maths 1, it is about both Maths 1 and Maths 2. Trapezium is geometry. Quadratic equation is algebra. So in this question, we will try to find something about the trapezium using algebra. If you are ready, who wants to read the question that is on the screen now? Yes, Chan, go ahead. Be loud and read.
Sir, can you hear?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
In the adjoining figure, ABCD is a trapezium. AB is parallel to CD and its area is 33 square centimeter. From the information, centimeter square, from the information given in the figure, find the lengths of all sides of the trapezium ABCD. Fill in the empty boxes to get the solution.
Thank you, Chan. Class, please remember, whenever we see this symbol, the square symbol in front of the name of a shape, we will say quadrilateral. So in the adjoining figure, quadrilateral ABCD is a trapezium. This is how we read. So this is ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD is a quadrilateral, and it is a special quadrilateral. It is a trapezium. Some information is given about the trapezium where it says AB is parallel to CD and its area is 33 centimeters square, or we can also say 33 square centimeters. It's okay, whichever way we read it. What we have to find is the length of all the sides. That means the length of the side AB, the side CD, the side BC, the side AD. Okay. But before we even try find the lengths of the sides, look at the diagram very, very, very carefully and tell me कि हाँ ये चीज तो दे दिया है. In the question it says AB is parallel to CD. In the question it says that the area of this trapezium is 33 centimeters square. But I am telling you that there is much more information that is given in the picture, that is given in the diagram. Can you start by telling me what other information is given in the diagram? Speak or type. In the question, in the text, it says AB is parallel to CD and the area is 33 centimeters square. That is fine. That is English. But what else is given in the diagram? Prachi is saying the length of AB is X. Okay. Then Chanda is saying that length of CD is 2x plus 1. Okay. What else? What else? Karthik is saying AM is perpendicular to CD. Yes. Very good. What else? There are two other things that are given here. Khadija is saying the height of the trapezium is x minus 4. Yes, Khadija. So when Karthik said AM is AM is 90, not AM, angle AMC is 90 degree. That is what it means, that AM is the height. Very good, Khadija. So the height of the trapezium, or the distance between the parallel sides of the trapezium, is x minus 4. And BC is, okay. Prachi is saying BC equals to x minus 2. Okay. One more thing all of us have missed. Look at the picture, look at the diagram carefully. One more piece of information is there. Very good, Khadija. Right? So when we see this in the diagram, it is very clear that the side AD and the side BC, they are of the same length. That is why the double lines are drawn on them. See this symbol, this symbol. Now, can you tell me, is it just a trapezium or it is a special kind of trapezium? We have studied about this kind of trapezium in class 9. This trapezium has a special name. Excellent, Khadija. This is called a isosceles trapezium. It's called an isosceles trapezium because the non-parallel sides of this trapezium are congruent. Non-parallel sides are congruent. Khadija, Chand, correct. One more thing I want to check before we start to try answer this question. What is a trapezium? What makes a quadrilateral a trapezium? What must happen? What condition must be satisfied for a quadrilateral to be a trapezium? You know this. We studied this, all these things in detail last year. Karthik is saying pair of parallel sides. You are halfway there, but the answer is not perfect. So I don't know what you are trying to say. Maybe you are telling me the right thing. Maybe you are not. Very good, Khadija. Khadija says only one pair of parallel sides are, one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Correct. Only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. So it is half a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. But in case of trapezium, only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. And in this case, in this diagram, the pair of opposite sides that are parallel are AB and CD. That is it. Okay. Now, one more thing. मैं पढ़ाता हूं तो कभी ये one more thing खत्म होता ही नहीं. How do we find the area of a trapezium? Again, we have studied this long before. Maybe first time we studied this in class 7. And we definitely studied this in class 9. How do we find the area of the trapezium? What is the formula? If you want, you can see what is there in the remaining part of the question and try remember what is the formula for area of a trapezium. Yes, Karthik, correct. Much better written, Khadija. But Khadija, you are missing one factor in your answer. No, Khadija, if you are still missing a factor from your answer. So, to answer this question, number 10 of practice set 2.6, what we need to know is we need to be friends with this quadrilateral, which is called a trapezium. A trapezium looks like this. Let me try make one. as quickly as I can. So here we have a trapezium. Any trapezium. This is not necessarily isosceles trapezium. So in any trapezium, one pair of opposite sides has to be. It is a quadrilateral, and one pair of opposite side have to be parallel. So in this case, if we say that the vertices are A, B, C, and D, and AB is parallel to CD. These are the opposite sides which are parallel to each other. Then the area of the trapezium can be calculated as half into height, or the distance. This is called the distance between sides, and then AB plus CD. Now, the sum of the parallel sides. So now the height or the distance between parallel sides will be this. So if we draw a perpendicular from one vertex to the opposite side, suppose this is E, then our area will be 1/2 into AE into AB plus CD. This is what it is. Now, in our question here, this point here is not E. It is something else. It is written as M. What is also given is AB is congruent to BC. And the question is trying to help us by telling that this is X minus 2, and this is X minus 4, and this side CD is totally 2X plus 1. ये हमको दे दिया. And it says the area is 33 square centimeters. So if we make an equation, we can write 33 equals to, if we write it in this formula, or I would prefer to write it in the other way. क्या लिखूंगा मैं? I will first write the formula, and I would say half into not equals to half into the distance between the parallel sides is X minus 4, and the sum of the sides of the sum of the lengths of the parallel sides is X plus 2X plus 1. यही है ना? Yes, we can use this ब्रैकेट, क्योंकि एक ही ब्रैकेट है, ये यूज करने से चलेगा. And this is given to be 33. This is given to be 33. We can also write, if you simplify, we can write this 1/2 into X minus 4 into 3X plus 1 equals to 33. If we simplify this further, if we take this 2 from the left hand side to the right hand side, then it becomes X minus 4 into 3X plus 1 equals to 33 into 4. जल्दी से मल्टीप्लाई करके बताओ कितना होगा? 33 multiplied by 4.
132.
Correct. 132. Now you see, this is very much a quadratic equation. Not in the general form, but a quadratic equation. So if we can convert this into the general form, then we can choose whichever method we want to use. Factorization, completing the squares, or the discriminant method to solve. So कैसे? If we multiply, so X multiplied by 3X plus 1 minus into 4 multiplied by 3x plus 1 equals to 132. Or tell me what will happen if you multiply x with 3x plus 1? अरे पूरा बोलो कितना होगा? I think that was Fiza. Khadija, you have given me the correct answer in the chat. So x into 3x will be 3x square, because x into x will become x square. 3 into x square is 3x. The same x will be multiplied with 1. Anything multiplied with 1 is that anything. So x. Okay. This is this. Now the second multiplication. Minus 4 into 3 is minus 12 and then x. Then minus 4 into plus 1. So minus 4 equals to 132. And this part is this part. See, it is looking more and more like quadratic equation. Not just quadratic equation, in the general form. So 3x square plus x minus 12x becomes minus 11x. If we take this plus 32 to left hand side to make this equation in general form, then it will become minus 132. So minus 4 minus 132 is minus 136 equals to 0. Till here we will have to bring it. Then we will have a choice whether we want to factorize or complete the square or use the discriminant method, because discriminant method will always work. Factorization method may work, may not work, right? Thank you, Chand. Such a big mistake I did. I wrongly wrote 132. Just a mistake. The area that is given is 33, na? It is 33. It is 33. It is 33. Very good. Thank you. पता नहीं मुझे क्या हुआ, मैंने क्यों लिखा वो चीज. 33, 33, 33. Now 33 will become minus 33. Minus 33 minus 4 is big. It will become minus 37, not 137. It will become minus 37. Very sorry for this mistake. Is it correct now, Chand? It is still not correct. Why it is still not correct? Let me go there. Let me see what has happened. Very good, very good, very good. You got it right. All of you got it right. मैंने सही लिखा था, ना? It was right here. 33. Now, when I multiply 2 with 33, I should have written 36. I should have written 36. 66, not 36. 66. Okay. I think I'm finally fully awake now. So, आज सर ने कितनी गलतियां की? 66, 66, 66. So minus 66 minus 4 is minus 70. Is it correct now? Prachi, please check. Alfia is saying yes. Should be correct now. Please solve it and check if it is correct or not. Should be right now. So in the fill in the blanks, the question in the in the textbook, which has a fill in the blanks, reads like this. It says 3x square plus dash minus dash equals to 0. This is what is given. Right? So if this is what is given, we will have to write here minus 11x. Minus 11x. Check and confirm. Solve it in your notebooks. Do the multiplication and check. Look at the solution. Look at the fill in the blanks thing that is given in the textbook. So we can fill this on at the last line of the left hand side column, but then we will have to write it like this, ye wala, to proceed further. Now you look at what has written in the textbook, what has printed in the textbook, and tell me which method has been used to solve this. Factorization or completing the square or determinant. Which method has been used? क्योंकि यहाँ पे फंस गए ना. Now we don't have a choice. If this was an open question, then we had a choice. जैसे चाहे हम उसको वैसे solve कर सकते थे. But this is an activity based question where some things are already written. अभी हमको उसी के हिसाब से जाना पड़ेगा. Look at what is there in the textbook and tell me which method is used. To solve, when we write the answer to this kind of question, let us go back to the textbook and I'll tell you how exactly we need to fill it. Pay attention. So it starts by saying quadrilateral ABCD is a trapezium, and it says area, and we write area as AR. Area of quadrilateral ABCD is equal to half of AB plus CD, sum of the lengths of the parallel side, into, so multiplied by, it will be AM, the distance between the parallel sides. This is first fill in the blanks. Now AB is x, CD is 2x plus 1. That is what has been written here. And AM is given to us as x minus 4. X minus 4. Be careful. You have to write bracket here. Not writing the bracket here is wrong, because we are multiplying the entire x minus 4 with whatever is on the left hand side, left of the multiplication side. अगर हम यहाँ पे bracket नहीं लिखेंगे, the multiplication will be wrong. The multiplication will happen only with x. Be careful about this. Now what this is doing is, it is simplifying x plus 2x plus 1, which is 3x plus 1. It has moved the 2 from left hand side, right hand side to the left hand side. So this becomes 66. And we are left with x minus 4 here. बीच में हमको और 2 स्टेप लिखना चाहिए, जो कि हमने व्हाइट बोर्ड पे लिखा है. कौन सा स्टेप? Going back to the whiteboard again. Whiteboard now. So let me write it again, if at all it makes sense to you. So in the textbook, what is happening is, it says 66 equals to 3x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 4. X minus 4, not x plus 4.
Minus.
Yes, yes. Thank you. X minus 4. Right? So यहाँ पे तो fill in the blanks है. Then before we go to the next immediate step of the answer, which we cannot do when we write this answer in our notebooks, when we write this answer in our answer sheets, what we have to do is, we will say or 3x plus 1 into x minus 4 equals to 66. ये step हम लिखेंगे. Question में नहीं है, लेकिन ये लिखना जरूरी है, नहीं तो सब गंदा हो जाएगा. Don't do this in the rough and then bring it here. No, don't do that. Write it in the fair. It's fine. Then you do the multiplication. 3x into x minus 4 plus 1 into x minus 4 equals to 66, or 3x square minus 12x plus x minus 4 minus 66 equals to 0, or 3x square. Now because it, okay, let us minus 11x minus 70 equals to 0, लेकिन आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में दिया है 3x स्क्वायर प्लस, इसलिए वो आंसर लिखने के लिए बस हम लिखेंगे ऐसा minus 70 equals to 0. So this, let's not do this in the rough. Let us do this in the fair. और जहां पे भी fill in the blanks है, we will write. And to proceed from here, we will go back to the previous step. So we will write, or 3x square minus 11x minus 70 equals to 0. उसके बाद हम factorize करेंगे. How do we factorize? Now it is in the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a equals to 3, b equals to minus 11, and c equals to minus 70. We have to split this middle term minus 11 into two parts, such that the sum is minus 11 and the product is, how much should be the product? Do you remember the factorization method? A equals to 3, b equals to minus 11, c equals to minus 70. हमको alpha और beta ढूंढना है, not alpha and beta. We have to find m and n, or p or q. We have to split this minus 11 into two parts, such that उनका जो sum है, that is minus 11, and the product is how much? Calculate and tell. What product do we need? We have to factorize 210 such that minus 210 such that the sum of the factors is minus 11. What will be those two numbers? Fine, you can find. It will take some time, but you'll find. So this is another kind of question, है ना, जिसमें कि हो सकता है your preference would have been to use the discriminant method, but we are being forced to use the factorization method. Wow, Karthik has found out. Very good. Karthik has found out. And now, Karthik, next time you see such a question, you should quickly think of these things. Karthik is correctly saying Prachi has also found out, but Prachi has missed a sign. The correct numbers are minus 21 and 10. Minus 21 and 10. 210. 210 is what? 21 into 10. Just ignoring the minus sign. What is, if you start from here, then if you see, you have to get 11. So 21 minus 10 is 11. And you can get minus 11 if you just make it minus. So the equation can be 3x square minus 21x plus 10x minus 70 equals to 0. Or if you take 3x common, we are left with x minus 7 plus if we take 10 common, we are left with x minus 7 equals to 0. Now this is in the textbook, this x minus 7 is given as dot dot dot, x minus 7 is given as dot dot dot. Now we have x minus 7. नहीं, तुम्हारे टेक्स्ट बुक में फिर से अलग चीज दिया हुआ है, so let us write that way. नहीं, हमको जो सही है हम वैसे लिखेंगे. x minus 7 is common. We are left with 3x plus 10 equals to 0. Then in the next step, we will say for 3x plus 7, 3x plus 10, x plus 7 equals to 0, and this will come in a box जहां पर आप dash 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 दिया हुआ. We are just trying to write as completely as possible and come to the specific steps that needs to be written to complete the answer as an activity question. After this step, we can skip a few steps and we can say, but one step that we should not skip is therefore 3x plus 10 equals to 0, or बड़ा और लिखता हूं मैं to differentiate from this, or x minus 7 equals to 0. So this implies x equals to minus 10 by 3, or x equals to 7. Minus 10 by 3 or 7. Now remember, this x is not any x. This is the length of a side. Length of the side AB. Now no length can be negative. Length cannot be negative. Length cannot be less than 0. Therefore, AB equals to 7 only. That means x equals to 7 only. If x equals to 7, AB equals to 7. Now to find the lengths of the other side, if we go to our previous diagram, we now know that x equals to 7. So AB equals to 7. We now know that BC will be equal to 7 minus 2 equals to 5. So AD, which is equal to BC, which this will also be equal to 5. And the other side CD will be equal to 2 into 7 plus 1 equals to 14 plus 1, 15. So our final answer will say AB equals to 7. BC equals to AD equals to 5. Then CD equals to 2x, 2x plus 1, so 15. This is our final answer. A very good way of revising a chapter in Maths 1 or Maths 2 is to try answer question number 1 of the problem set of that chapter, the entire question. Because this is a fair summary. It includes a lot of almost everything that is covered in the chapter. And it is quick to do. So this is good for revision. And of course, in our exams, the first question, question number 1, will be like this, multiple choice questions. So we should always do this. Have your textbooks ready? Have your notebooks ready? Try answer question number 1, part 1 on your own. I'm giving you 5 minutes to think and find out an answer. You will not just tell me what the answer is. You will tell me why that whatever you are saying is the correct answer. That why is necessary. Time starts now. Now what is happening here? This is question number 1, part 1 of problem set 2. So 4 equations are given and we have to find out which is a quadratic equation. And the first one is 5 by x minus 3 equals to x square. Second one is x into x plus 5 equals to 2. Third one is n minus 1 equals to 2n. And the fourth one is 1 by x square multiplied by x plus 2 equals to x. Now the right way to solve these questions is we will have to write all these equations, all the possible answers in a way that x, the variable, is not in the denominator. We have to do that. अगर पूरा if this was a 10 mark question, if this was a 5 marks question, वैसे करना होगा. But it is not. If this question comes in the exam, this will be a 1 mark question. So we have to be smart about it. So one of the ways a multiple choice question is solved is to eliminate. कौन सा आंसर नहीं होगा? Look at the third option. N minus 1 equals to 2n. The maximum power of n is 1. So this is definitely not a quadratic equation. You eliminate that. Okay. Now, when again, we have to be very economical with our time because this question is only for 1 mark. So what do we do next? Shall we check first one? Shall we check the fourth one? Or shall we check the second one? Again, very simple logic you can use. If the question is to find a quadratic equation and you see a situation where x square is in the numerator and there is another term where some other x is in the denominator, उसको छोड़ दो अभी के लिए, उसको बाद में देखना. Something similar is happening in the fourth option. उसको छोड़ दो, बाद में देखना. So let us first check what is happening in option number 2. So if we multiply this x into x plus 5, it becomes x square plus 5x equals to 2. Yes, this is definitely a quadratic equation. We don't need to take it to the general form. This is definitely a quadratic equation. तो अब हमको A और D को चेक करने की जरूरत ही नहीं. So पहले हमने eliminate कर दिया C. Then we acted smart. We selected 2 to check. Now we know that 2 is the answer. What we will write is, we will say the correct answer is B, x into x plus 5 equals to 2. We can first write the answer and then we can write the reason that x into x plus 5 equals to 2 can also be written as x square plus 5x plus 2 equals to 2. Sorry, not plus 2, equals to 2. इतना लिखना काफी है. And when I am writing, I write this part first. Then I write this. But you can write it in any way. ये क्यों नहीं हुआ फर्स्ट वाला हमको बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. Why the fourth one is not the correct answer, we don't need to tell. But for you to know, we can decide the degree of the equation only when we have all the variables in the numerator, not as the denominator. Okay, this is what we will write and this is how we will answer. Let us try another question now. You will try it on your own. Question number 1, part 2. It is completely opposite. Now it is asking out of the following equations, which one is not a quadratic equation. पहला था which is a quadratic equation. Now it is asking which one is not. This should be much faster. 2 minutes. Answer and reason. Once again, we have four equations. The first one is x square plus 4x equals to 11 plus x square. Second one is x square equals to 4x. Third one is 5x square equals to 90. And the fourth one is 2 into x minus x square equals to x square plus 5. Actually, this is not strictly a question of class 10. This is a more of a question from class 9. जहाँ पर भी हमने पढ़ा polynomial and degree of polynomial, and we figured out कि कौन से polynomial का degree क्या है. The only complexity here is instead of a polynomial, we have an equation. That's all. The logic remains the same. Quadratic means the highest degree has to be 2. है तो. So B and C cannot be the answer. Then you will say, sir, A और D में भी तो x square है. Yes है. लेकिन कुछ गड़बड़ हो रहा होगा वहां पर. So now we will have to simplify and see कि क्या हो रहा है. So this one, first one becomes x square. Now if you take everything to the left hand side, x square plus 4x minus x square minus 11 equals to 0. X square minus x square is 0. We are left with 4x minus 11 equals to 0. Now you tell me, is it quadratic? Is the degree 0? Is the degree 2? Absolutely not. The degree is 1. So this is not a quadratic equation. That means this is not a quadratic equation. Obviously, the answer is D. But why is that the correct answer? Do the same thing. Simplify. Move this whole RHS to the left hand side. So 2x minus x square minus x square minus 5 equals to 0. रहने दो 2x को यहीं पर. Minus x square is minus 2x square minus 5 equals to 0. Now see what the degree is. The degree is 2. So this is also a quadratic equation. So the only equation not a quadratic equation is this, which is a linear equation. So our correct answer is A. X square plus 4 equals to 11 plus x square is not a quadratic equation. It looks like a quadratic equation, but actually it is a linear equation. Question number 3, that is question number 1, part 3. The roots of the equation. The equation is x square plus kx plus k equals to 0 are real and equal. Find k. So it is about nature of the roots. When do we have real and equal roots? When do we have real and distinct roots? And when do we have unreal roots? Please refer to the textbook. Please refer to the chapter. Find the answer. Share in the next 3 minutes. Because we know that the roots of this equation will be real and equal, what it means is the discriminant d, not d, delta is equal to 0. What is delta? Delta is d square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. That means we need to find out a, b, and c of this equation. A is 1, B is k, C is also k. Now we put these 3 values in this equation. B square is k square minus 4, A is 1, C is k equals to 0. We are given with a quadratic equation we are getting another quadratic equation. So when we solve this quadratic equation, we can find the value of k. K square minus 4k equals to 0. If we take k common, k minus 4 equals to 0. So either k equals to 0 or k minus 4 equals to 0. That means either k equals to 0 or k equals to 4. So the correct answer is option C, 0 or 4. Question number 1, part 4. We are still on problem set 2. Another equation is given, square root of 2x square minus 5x plus root 2 equals to 0. Find the value of the discriminant. So simple. अभी सर ने discriminant का formula लिखा है screen पे. Calculate the value of discriminant. So here d is minus 5. So minus 5 square minus 4 into a, which is root 2, into c, which is another root 2. Minus 5 square is 25. Then minus 4 into root 2 into root 2 is 2. So 25 minus 8 equals to 70. Therefore, the correct answer is part B, 70. That's correct. Alfia, you also, when you are writing b square, you are only writing 5 square. That is wrong. Here b is minus 5. Just because there is a square, both Prachi and Alfia, you ended up in the right answer, with the right answer. But if you get the b wrong, then if you use the discriminant formula, then your answer will be wrong. The roots will be wrong. Be careful. Try question number 1, part 8. Here, another equation is given, x square plus mx minus 5 equals to 0. It says one of the roots of this equation is 2. Find n. Root means when we put that value, when we put the value of that root in place of the variable, the equation will be correct. So put the value of 2 in place of x, then you will be able to find the value of m. Waiting for your answers. The question clearly says one of the roots of equation x square plus mx minus 5 equals to 0 is 2. 2 इसका एक root है, तो m का value क्या है? 2 इसका एक root है. That means if we put 2 in place of x, this equation should be correct. So let us do that. Khadija and Prachi, you have got the same answer. Karthik has got a different answer. So let us see. So by substituting 2 in place of x, it will become 2 square m into 2 minus 5 equals to 0. Chand also got 1 by 2. Karthik is getting minus 1 by 2. I don't know who is right, who is wrong. So 2 square is 4 plus m into 2 is 2m minus 5 equals to 0. 2m को अब मैं पहले लिखूंगा. 4 minus 5 is minus 1 equals to 0. Now I'll take minus 1 from left hand side to the right hand side. So it will become 0 plus 1 is 1. Now when we take 2 from the left hand side to the right hand side, it's part of the term we are moving. So 1 by 2. So C, 1 by 2 is the correct answer. Question number 1, part 7. Square root of 5m square minus square root of 5m plus square root of 5 equals to 0. Which of the following statement is true for this given equation? And all the statements are about the nature of the roots. Now we know. We have to find the discriminant. And based on the value of the discriminant, we can say whether the roots will be real distinct, real equal, or not real. Find the value of the discriminant, answer. I'm looking for two answers from you. One, what is the value of the discriminant? And two, what will be the nature of the roots? So in this equation, our A is root 5, our B is minus root 5, and our C is root 5. First check this. Root 5 minus root 5 plus root 5. So our discriminant will be minus root 5 square minus 4 into root 5 multiplied by root 5. Square root of 5 into square root of 5 is 5. Minus into minus is plus. So this is 5. Minus 4 into again minus square root of 5 multiplied by square root of 5 is 5. 5 minus 20 minus 15. Alfia, very good. Correct answer. So here we are getting discriminant which is less than 0. It is negative. That means our roots will be not real. Imaginary roots we will get, imaginary numbers. Question number 1, part 5. Very interesting question, and this type of question you will get not just in the board exam. This type of question you will get in other competitive exams, including the scholarship exams. Which of the following quadratic equations has roots 3 and 5? So we have been given with the roots. Roots are, what we have been asked is, what is the equation? Alpha plus beta, alpha into beta. How do we form the equation? That is what we have to do. Look at the chapter. Go to the section where this is taught. Try answer. Don't try to answer from the option A, B, C, D. Instead, look at this question as if there is an equation with roots 3 and 5. What is that equation? Form an equation with roots 3 and 5. If you can form that equation, then you can find the answer. We have done this type of question before. Be careful. Take your time. Solve. In this question, roots are given. And the roots are 3 and 5. We have to find out which of the following four equations has these roots. And if you see, all the 4 equations are in variable x. We know that if the roots are alpha and beta, then the equation is x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta equals to 0. That's all we have to do. So x square minus 3 plus 5x plus 3 into 5 equals to 0. Therefore, x square minus 8x plus 15 equals to 0. And now if you see, the correct option is option number B. Essa. This is one way of finding this answer. Another way of finding this answer is, there are 4 equations that are given. You will solve all the 4 equations and see for which one you are getting the answers as 3 and 5. That will take much longer because you will solve 4 equations. If you are lucky, you will get the first equation. If you are not lucky, you will get the answer as the 4th equation. But if we do this way, then we can find the answer in one stroke. Question number 1, part 6. Out of the following equations, so once again, we have 4 equations that are given to us. Find the equation having the sum of its roots as -5. Be very careful with such equations. I will tell you what mistake many students do. But right now, we have 4 equations and we have to find the one which has sum of its roots as -5. तो अभी जो हमने यूज किया ना, x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta equals to 0. That is the logic we have to use, but we have to be extra careful while we are using the logic. You try on your own and then I'll tell you what care we have to take. So we are given with 4 different equations. First one is x square minus 15x plus 8 equals to 0. Second one is x square. Now I'm writing the wrong options. I'll go to the correct options. I was writing the options for question number 5, but we are on question number 6. So we have 3x square minus 15x plus 3 equals to 0. Then we have x square minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. Then we have x square plus 3x minus 5 equals to 0, and 3x square plus 15x plus 3 equals to 0. These are the 4 equations. I hope I have written them correctly now. Yes. Now, what is given is sum of the roots. Sum of the roots is -5. Remember, sum of roots, we can find the sum of roots without finding the roots, just by using the coefficients of the equation if the equation is in the general form. All the 4 equations here are in the general form, ax square plus bx plus c form, bx plus c equals to 0 form. When that is the case, the sum of the roots can be easily be found out by the formula minus b by a. So in the first case, minus 15 by 3. In the second case, minus 5 by 1. In the third case, minus 3 by 1. In the fourth case, minus 15 by 3. Check this. Khadija, this is where you got it wrong. Now when you simplify this further, this is 15 by 3, which is 5. लेकिन हमको तो -5 चाहिए, so this is not the answer. When we simplify this, we are getting 5, but we need -5. This is also not the answer. This is -3. We need -5. This is not the answer. Now this is -5. So it is the correct answer. It is the correct answer. I told you many students get this wrong. 2 mistakes happen. One, we will say that it is minus b by a, but when we have this kind of value, हम जल्दी में भूल जाते हैं क्योंकि यहाँ पे already एक minus लिखा हुआ है, and so instead of writing minus of -15, we will just be in a hurry and we will write -15 और गलत आंसर आ जाएगा. So be careful about the sign of the coefficient. The second mistake that students do is वो दूसरा चीज यूज करते हैं. They say, okay, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta equals to 0. ये याद आता है उनको, and this is correct. This is not wrong. एंड दे से हमको ये चाहिए, यहाँ पे हमको -5 चाहिए, देखते हैं वो कहां पर, यहाँ पर -5 है, यहाँ पर -5 है. So many students answer A as their answer. Many students write B as their answers. Option A and option B. गलती ये है दूसरे केस में कि ये तभी काम करता है when the coefficient of x square is 1. When the coefficient of x square is not 1, then this will not work. So the general formula is minus b by a. So we will take the coefficient of x, उसको हम नेगेटिव करेंगे, देखो नेगेटिव, then we divide the coefficient of 1, coefficient of x square, so it becomes minus b by a. Correct answer is D.